Come up, Mr. Luna.
Judge, there's an amendment to the plea. The state defense agreed to 40 hours of community service if the court so agrees.
What are we doing? What have you guys worked out?
You're deferred, Judge. Plead on one, dismiss the other.
What about the weapons?
Forfeiture of both.
Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing now?
For a job.
When is the last time you've had a full-time job? How old are you?
18.
What have you been doing with your life?
I graduated early.
If you graduated early, that must indicate you're somewhat smart. Mr. Luna, you're building yourself a future now. You're supposed to be working your butt now so that you have $1 million when you hit 40 to 50, perhaps 2 million, because otherwise you're going to be destitute when you hit that age. And I'm going to tell you now, life sucks without money. It really, really does. And
this is where the courtroom stops sounding like a courtroom and starts sounding like a brutally honest life intervention. The judge isn't just focused on the weapons charge anymore. He's trying to figure out whether this defendant is drifting or actually building a future. And honestly, that pressure hits different when it's coming from someone who can also send you to jail.
And what you're doing now is building yourself a life so that you have something when you get old and no one can take care of you and you're all decrepit. It's going to be really hard. I want to do this because I'm going to make sure that he's going to do something productive with your life. You now, within 30 days, must get a full-time job. And I'm going to make sure, because I'm going to make you come, and I'd like to know for certain whether he's got a job within 30 days. No drugs, no alcohol. I'm going to test you. Do you understand? I want to make sure that you're building yourself somewhat, that you're doing something. What about a trade?
I left my Twitter card. I'm waiting on it to come back. And then
Great. When are you going to get the results on that?
It can take up to 60 days. It's been a month.
Call him back. Call him back. Find out what happened. Find out what's taking him so long. Don't.
That line right there, don't just sit there and wait, may sound simple, but it's actually a huge part of probation culture. Courts want initiative. They want proof that you're trying to change your life before the system decides you're not worth the risk. So now the real question becomes, is the defendant hearing this as advice or just another lecture?
Don't just sit there and wait for someone to hand you something. It's not going to happen. You got to go get it. So we're doing a year deferred. What else? What else?
40 hours community service, Judge.
You were charged with 2 counts of unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail on each of those cases. You worked out an agreement where they're offering you a 1-year deferred. Deferred is a type of probation that if you complete it successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. And in exchange, they're going to dismiss one of your cases. What you need to understand, Mr. Luna, is you give up nearly every right known to man by entering this agreement. And if you fail at this agreement, you authorize us to put you in jail for an entire year. 300.
And this is the part most people don't fully understand about deferred adjudication. It sounds lenient on paper, but legally, it's incredibly high stakes. The defendant avoids a conviction for now, but one violation can reactivate the full punishment instantly. No jury, no dramatic courtroom comeback. One bad decision and the deal disappears. Would you trust yourself under that kind of pressure for an entire year?
And 65 days in jail if you violate this probation. Do you understand? I want you to do well, and I'll make you a deal that if you work and you do well, I'll take you off in half the time as a reward for doing well. And I'll make you a double reward. If you are able to get into a trade school education or some kind of trade like that, I will deem your community service hours waived. I'm taking off 100 hours of community service if you get into a trade school, like pipe fitting. What's the other one? Welding. That's what you do.
Notice how the judge keeps steering the conversation toward trade school and skilled labor? That's not random at all. Judges see the same cycle every day: unemployment, instability, repeat offenses. So in his mind, this isn't just about avoiding jail anymore. It's about whether financial stability can interrupt the pattern before the defendant ends up back in court again.
Because that's where you can make a lot of money. $20 an hour, $25 an hour. Kill it. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you're stuck with this until you complete it or violate it. If you violate this agreement, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to bring you back here, and we're going to talk about whether you violated it or not. And if you did, you're looking at an entire year. Do you understand? How do you plead to the offense of a lawful carrying of a weapon? I will not find you guilty. I will withhold that for a year. Part of the other agreement is that you will do thinking for a change, substance abuse education, no weapons, no drugs, no alcohol, forfeiture of the weapons. And I think that's it.
Did you get, Chief had mentioned that we agreed to 40 as opposed to 100 hours, Judge?
He did just say that, didn't he?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
He's sitting back there.
Oh,
I marked it on here.
yes, Your Honor.
But like I said, if you get into a trade school, get an education for some kind of trade like that, I'll deem it waived. I'll take it off. Do something with your life, Mr. Lumen. Don't be like these. All right, man. Good luck. If you ever have an issue, come back and talk to us. Don't just take off, because that's the worst possible thing you could do. All right? And don't pick up a new case. Okay, guys?
Thank you, Judge.
Ma'am. Ms. Tillis, you're not going to look at me? Are you that upset? Shh. What's going on?
She had the older case. She picked up the new case. We do not have video on the newer case yet. However, the state has made an offer to time serve her on the older case and dismiss the newer one.
How long have you been in custody, ma'am?
A month and a half. She has 114 days credit on the older case, or she's been in for 114 days total on the older case and 55 on the new one.
Life, man. What do you do in life? Do you work? Do you go to school? Who do you live with?
I'm not able to complete school because I don't have the correct resources. I take care of my younger sister.
And she also
I
receives,
don't want you to plead guilty just to get out of jail. I don't want that to happen, because it's only hurting you even more than you are right now. But if I let you out, you've picked up 2 criminal mischief cases.
Pick up jobs.
How old are you? Who do you have in your life now? Is your mom around? Ms. Tillis, I want to let you out.
This entire hearing just shifted emotionally. A minute ago, this was about criminal charges. Now it's about survival, housing, mental stability, and whether this woman even has a safe place to go. And you can hear the judge wrestling with something courts deal with constantly. How do you hold someone accountable when their entire support system is collapsing around them?
But I have to know that I'm not gonna let you out to the street. I'm trying to talk to you to get to know you in the little time that I have to see how much I can trust you if I let you out. I'm sorry?
It's been a long trial and I'm tired.
Who do you have in your life that's ready to help you now if we let you out? Yourself. Do you have any parents around?
Judge, mom is around, she's just not in the picture.
Father? Do you have anyone in your life that's ready to help you out and give you a place to live?
Set her up to go to the Harris Health Center.
I don't know if she knows what she's doing.
Okay.
I mean, we're not gonna do this just to let you get out of the street because the street is not a safe place for you.
I have contact with him on a regular basis, but
So who are you living with before you picked up these two cases? Where? Did you have an apartment? Did you have,
house.
who owned the house? I don't know if I feel comfortable.
Understood.
I don't want you to plead guilty just to get out, ma'am. But if you give me a place that you have that they'll take you in, I'll let you out. Will you talk to Anna to see what we can do to try to help you find housing?
I can't get housing. I can't get housing.
Why not?
I have a SSI, but my SSI has been getting taken.
Do you have any other family members in your life that can help you out to give you a place to stay? Aunts, uncles? Who?
I have a grandfather.
Is that someone that we can reach out to and speak to? Do you have the number that we can have Anna call and verify? And
What is it called?
Her property at the
Property?
At the jail.
I can't.
you don't know the phone number by heart? Do you know any phone numbers?
Judge, if you'd like, we can roll this a couple of days and I can reach out to the next social worker to have them.
I'm looking now for a phone number. I have one, but I don't know if that's her phone number or someone else's phone number. I'm going through all the paperwork now to see if I can find anything. Is this 7599? Is that your number?
Yeah, the last four.
I don't want you to say it out loud now, but the last four numbers, do you know what your phone number is?
Right, but do you know the number? There's a number that's on the paperwork.
That's my emergency contact.
Okay.
Wonderful. Can you reach out to that? And I'm going to give it to you now.
And this is a rare moment where the court slows everything down instead of rushing toward a plea deal. The judge is basically saying, I'd rather delay this case than push someone back onto the street with no plan. Whether you agree with him or not, moments like this completely change how people view the justice system. So, what do you think? Is this compassion, good judging, or crossing the line into becoming too personally involved?
I can do that, Judge.
Okay. Can you please reach out to the medic, please? And then if we can find her housing, I'll give her a piano fund. I don't want to just plead guilty just to plead guilty to get out, okay? I want find anything so that we can do it. And if we can have her talk to social worker, figure out housing and
Okay.
and help with the SSI back so that she has some kind of income coming in.
Okay.
This is the phone number I have.
Okay.
And then if you maybe 2 days, let's not take long.